And that leads me to this article, which I want to talk about right here, which is Astra, the company Astra Space Incorporated. So here's the article. So after Astra loses 99% of its values, founders take rocket firm private. This is honestly one of the dangers of investing in space technology companies to me. I mean, before I start the article, space technologies in general, right? You hear like the moon is, has, a multi-billion dollar industry coming up with the moon, with all these missions coming up there. Then you have asteroid missions, all these different space technology missions. You have all these satellite technologies, and they all need rockets to launch them. So it's very easy to see all this happening and get sucked in and want to invest in it. But this is kind of a warning right here. Why you don't just you don't really want to just throw your money into these companies because space is the next big thing, right? You really got to watch what you're getting into, and this is like example number one. So let's take a look at Astra. So um essentially it lost 99% of its value, and now the founders are saying that they want to take it private. So let's just go through the article. So the company announced Thursday that it's going to go private at an extremely low valuation, which is crazy. So let's take a look at this. So this is their stock chart on Yahoo. You can see they're making minus $7.35 per share, so they're not making any profit at all. And then let's go. Here's the heartbreaker right here. Right, we'll go to the 5 year. This is the 1 day chart, whatever. Let's go to the 5 year chart. Look at this. This is where it gets crazy. Look, I don't know if you can see on my little thing, but this thing launched in the stock market at $148. It went up to 209 at one point, and we're literally down to 57 cents. Now, I didn't invest in this company, thank God. But it's like, when you can you see how you can get burned. You lose 99% of your value so quickly too. Really crazy, right? It launched when, in November? Yeah, November 2020. This thing launched, and what this was, and I think it mentions in the article, it was an SPAC, an SPAC, which is a special acquisition company, something like that. I think it's in here, but SPAC. So what an SPAC is, just to give you an idea of how these companies get on the stock market so quickly with such crazy valuations. So an SPAC is basically like, oh yeah, right here, look. So a special purpose acquisition company. So what that means is, like, a company goes on the stock market, right? And they don't really, they don't really want to be a company, or they're like a defunct company, and so they basically have a listing on the stock market, and the whole purpose of that company is to be acquired by another company, so that the company that buys them can list themselves on the stock market without going through like all these regulations and blah blah blah. Essentially getting your company on the stock market as quick as possible, right? A lot of people got into these in the early 2019, 2020s. A lot of people got burned. There was the whole that Trump, I forget what Trump's thing was. Whatever, he had one. Who else had one? I think FaZe Clan had one, right? So you buy these companies that are already on the stock market, and then you become a stock market company, essentially, right? In a super easy kind of, not shady, I won't say shady way, but a different way than normal, right? So anyway, so these guys launched. Let's see here. So they went on this. So they launched on the stock with an SPAC, and they had an implied pro forma enterprise value for $2.1 billion. $2.1 billion. So everyone got excited, right? People jumped on this thing. But then rockets started failing. Only 2 of the 7 launches, company's Rocket 3, were successful. August 2020, they announced a pivot to the larger Rocket 4 vehicle, and they were going to do tests. That didn't happen. Company stock price plummeted. That's probably, if you look over here, that's probably right about here. November, boom, right? Didn't happen. Just cratered. Company's not even, it's worth $13 million now. The market cap is $13 million stock market. From 2.1 billion to 13 million is insane. So then last November, Kemp and company's co-founder, Adam London, proposed to buy Astra shares at $1.50, approximately double their price. Late February, Kemp London, they cut their offer to take the company private. warning of imminent bankruptcy if the company doesn't accept the new proposal. They offered 50 cents a share, well below the share trading value of approximately 80 cents a share. So it's even worse. On Thursday, they said the deal's happening. So they're basically, this owner of the company essentially raised $2.1 billion, and he is now buying his company back for roughly $10 million or so. A lot of people have been, I don't want to say it's a scam, but it's scammy. It's very scammy. A lot of people have been claiming that it's a scam and that this is just an SPAC and SPAC thing, and this has been happening. Let me take you over here to their launches. See here. Anyways, long story short, NASA had these tropic satellites, which was supposed to like study the Earth and all that. And they chose Astra to get it up into space. And the second engine, or the first engine or second engine, either way, cut off too early. You can see they shut down the look. Look at this guy's face. I mean, it's not funny, but nobody got hurt, so it's a damn shame, is what that is. Anyways, so I found this on Reddit. I found this guy. Let's check this out. This is the guy's stock portfolio from Reddit. Oh man, this hurts. He got in on Rocket Lab, which to me looks. I don't ever even remember Rocket Lab being $78, which is crazy. What? And you can see this guy here. He bought 2 shares. This is so sad. He bought 2 shares of Astra for like what, 150 or something each, 118 each. I guess, is that it? 118 each. And now, oh, I guess, sorry, Rocket Lab was $14. So yeah, he bought, and now he bought 2 shares. Now they're worth $1.12. That's insane. And then I just want to show you this on Reddit over here. So check this out. This is kind of what I was getting at. I was working at a company that had an IPO, and it turned out to be a pump and dump scheme. When the stock price cratered, the original owners bought up the stock and took it private, again after making $32 million. I refused at that point to ever be in an IPO. Right? Yep. And this guy says, yep, most gains made from an IPO happens before a retail investor ever sees it. It's all private equity. This guy says IPOs, which is initial public offering. So like when you initially launch your stock on them. Okay? IPOs are literally the exit strategy for early stage investors and founders. It's the point. It wasn't supposed to be the point, but in 2024, the economy just operates on exploiting people rather than legitimate, meaningful economic activity. Anyways, guys, so I just wanted to talk about this, I guess. What do you think about companies that do this in the SPACs? You think that a lot of these space companies are scammy, or is there some value? SpaceX, one of the biggest, if not most successful private space companies probably ever, they're not private. I mean, they are private. They're not public. So just that alone, I don't know. Anyways, it gets into this weird world here. So as exciting as it is, I think it's this is just a warning to people to just chill on the space investments. Maybe go buy some, I don't know. This is not financial advice. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about this? If you like this video, please like it. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I just talk about anything space. Anyways, yeah, so what space stocks do you own? What space stocks are not a scam, and what space stocks are a scam?